So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gen Xer Show. This is Raph, and now, we've had a bunch of leaks, a bunch of people posting stuff on Reddit, YouTube, X, and everywhere else they could post stuff for people to watch. And, we've been thankful for some of these guys. They're getting banned and they're getting, punished for doing so, but we got an idea of what's coming. But now we have an official video from the EA DICE showing us the destruction part of the whole thing. Let's talk some more about this. So you can see in the background there, you see somebody aiming an RPG or some sort of rocket launcher towards a building, and the thing just collapses to pieces, which gives us at least an indication that Levolution may be a thing. So there's a majority of players that have watched this are actually satisfied. I myself actually like this idea, like the fact that throwing a rocket launcher into a wall, tearing it to shreds, it's the way to go, especially when you have little campers sitting in buildings and just shooting you as you run by. I think this is the best way to fight them, and especially if you're able to have some sort of movement, not asking for how many movements, some sort of movement where you could jump around a corner and throw that rocket launcher up on that wall and pretty much bring down the wall and the camper behind the window. That would be perfect. But there are also some people out there kind of complaining because, you can't satisfy everybody, that they're worried that that one rocket launcher will do too much disaster, too much destruction. I could only imagine who these guys are. People hiding behind the window. And I'm liking this idea. I love it. I like that, one rocket launcher would create so much chaos. I think in real life, that's how it would be. Now, I'm not saying this needs to be real life. We know this is an arcade shooter, and we know that this is the last of the Mohicans when it comes to, casual, and we wanted to keep it that way. It's Battlefield. This is not Call of Duty. But when you think about it, we didn't have any type of destruction in Battlefield 2042. Battlefield 2042, they added some things here and there, but it wasn't anywhere near. The maps were bigger, no urban combat. See, we're going back to pretty much the Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4. Everybody knows this. Everybody's been asking for this. Everybody's been asking for Levolution. I'm so looking forward to it. I really am. So DICE is saying they want you to change the environment. They want you to, rearrange the map, which I think is an awesome idea. It's, again, unique, in my opinion, what I think, correct me if I'm wrong, to Battlefield, where you might have to go around the corner and once part of the gameplay, and then the other you go right through it. You know what I mean? Maybe you have the flag on top of a building and it comes down, like Battlefield 4. I think there's so much potential with this, and the fact that the thing changes as you play, it's incredible. It's great. It's awesome. The other thing that DICE said that they're gonna show you what it can be destructed, I guess, or destroyed by visual and audio, and I'm sure it'll have some sort of when you play the game, throw a rocket at it, see if it falls apart. That's my take on it. Not to get too much into that, but there's gonna be some sort of indicator. The other thing they mentioned also is that the fact that once a wall or a structure of some sort looks like it's weakening, you could finish it off with bullets. So I guess you could, if you have an LMG and just keep firing at the wall, eventually it's going to come down. And it's probably the first time in a Battlefield game that we will see this. So the other cool thing is, and it's more in base with reality, I guess most of the walls, the structure will stay up. Per se, I guess the bones of the building, the structure you're destroying, but at the same time, whatever wall you bring down, all that rubble, all that debris is just going to pile up. It's going to pile up. So I guess we'll be creating some little mounts where you're able to run over, probably hide behind one. I don't know. Again, I think the idea, the concept, what they're saying here, what they're selling, what their tradition, I'm liking. What's not clear, I guess, is the way the rubble will fall, the debris, how it's going to look, how it's going to affect the match and the gameplay, whether or not when it falls down it's going to look the same in every single game you play, or depending on the angle. If they do it depending on the angle and it's different every game, I think that's even going to be better, because dude, talk about immersion, they will be taking it to another level. But try not to get excited, but I think what they're putting out here, they're actually getting a lot of good feedback, and they're bringing some stuff that the community has been asking for quite a while. I'm glad that I'm joining this group of Battlefield nerds now. So there are different aspects as to what can you destroy with what weapon, how it will change the map, I guess, and then how the gameplay will be. There's going to be the focus, I guess, from what they've been gathering and what they're selling and what they're showing right here. It's bringing up more and more, like I said, just good things. I think this is good news. So they're saying what they're gathering, the information, the data, the feedback from the lab so far. They share as well the issues they had at the beginning and how they've been fixed, and how they're looking to give us a pretty cool environment for this next Battlefield, whatever the game's going to be called. Now, some of the things they also mentioned was that the gunplay, the movement and the gunplay has been quite satisfying for those that have been playing so far. I think what I've seen so far in videos in those leaks, they look that way. They look like it's going to be good. It's going to be fitting for this type of game. And although there's some people out there that are still going to complain, like I said, not everybody's going to be pleased. You're saying this is going to be, you know, these movements going to be too fast and this and that and the other. There are games out there that are slow, tactical, created for that. Battlefield's not that. Battlefield's not that. And you've been playing Battlefield for a while. I mean, all the Battlefields that I played, they're arcade shooters. Don't make it into something it is not. Okay, you want to slow down. You guys are the ones that need to be in other games, not those, you know, moving slow. This is run and gun, baby. Most of the guys out here, that's what they like. Every now and then you have to kind of not camp but hold down an area. But some of you want to do that throughout the entire game. That's boring. I don't know how you do it, but hey, to each their own, right? I honestly don't see anything advanced about the movements in this game, but apparently there are people still out there complaining, and they complain most about the jumping, the jump shots, the bouncing around. I guess the bunny hopping, which I'm not a fan of, man. Bunny hopping could be so annoying, so frustrating sometimes, and quite aggravating. But, you know, if they're somewhat, you know, they're talking about balancing, and if that's what they're talking about balancing, I hope they don't make it so slow that it's going to be hard. Again, I want the tactical. I don't know if it's going to be in the game or not. I still haven't seen. Some people say it is. Some people say it's not. I want that tactical sprint. I love the tactical sprint. I like how they did it in Battlefield 2042. They could combine the movement with Battlefield 2042 and Battlefield 5. I think that would create a pretty decent gameplay. Fast-paced. You know, good for everybody. Again, some of the people complaining about the movement are the ones that sit in one corner anyway. So who cares, right? But I guess EA is going to listen to everybody and just come to a consensus, which is the right thing to do. But at the end of the day, the game is made for everybody. In my opinion, you got pilots, you got campers, snipers, moving snipers, you got all kind of classes, engineers, right, to combat, you know, and fix equipment, combat vehicles. You have the medics that are supposed to be reviving and giving med kits to players, although some of you don't do that. You have assault, which is, hey, go run and gun, baby, you know, balls to the walls on that one. And you know, the recon, which is same as the campers, I guess. I don't know. We're gonna have all this come back. We're gonna have something good, I believe, in this next Battlefield 6, Battlefield 2025, Battlefield, whatever it's gonna call. Either way, to me, it looks good. Now, I still say do not pre-order. We got too many unanswered questions, and honestly, EA DICE and EA specifically, they're gonna need to earn our business this time around. Yes, I included myself because I was one that purchased not one but 3 copies of Battlefield 2042 because I was so in, but I'm not now. Actually, yes, I am. I do like Battlefield 2040, but it just took several years before it got there. But I want to know what you guys have to say. Leave your comment in the comment section below. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Talk to you guys later.